Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Okay, so I was looking at this a few weeks ago. I haven't done a video on this. And I saw this one post from Time Capsule Museum on Instagram, and his complaint was how he saw this one, I think it's a Duck Hunter game. We used to play on Nintendo. I think that's what it was. And it was graded by WADA, and you have to remember Universe owns WADA. They also own Goldin. They own PSA, PCGS, Card Ladder, etc., etc., etc. And this game, I think, was rated a 5, and this one dude bought a Time Capsule Museum, or gal, and the issue was, I believe the complaint was there was a mislabeling from what I understand it, and that came from WADA. And I believe Goldin had sold it with the information WADA had provided. And this individual had a hard time getting through Goldin. I believe it must have been several months. And he didn't hear anything back, or she didn't hear anything back. And then finally, because of posting this on social media, I think one of the recent posts that I saw was that Goldin finally reached out, and they're going to provide a return label, and they're going to do some due diligence. Okay. Now, here's the thing. With assuming all this information is correct, right? What I'm interpreting and what I'm saying, like, why does it take a corporation like Goldin that is under the Collectors Universe umbrella to take that long in dealing with this? I understand there may, be a delay here and there, but why does there need to be social media pressure to get to these companies? And I have a theory behind this. So I used to do corporate finance work at a WPP company, and I remember that they were really intense about margins, right? They wanted to find the best ways to obviously post the best numbers, right? Or let me rephrase it. They wanted to display the best results to the parent company, and then the parent company on top of it, which was WPP, because they scrutinized the profit and loss very intensely, the balance sheet very intensely. So what I believe may be happening, you may have, most likely coming from Collectors Universe and maybe at Goldin itself, they want to show the best results. Because if, for instance, they decertify a card, you have to take a hit to the profit and loss, right? Because PSA insures, or from my understanding, Collectors Universe, they insure a product that they've graded, but they made a mistake. That's why with some of the trimmed cards that I've seen, they don't want to touch it because it's going to open up Pandora's box. So you're looking at Goldin, which I don't think is doing a good job with that, in my opinion, right? Now, someone could tell me that I'm wrong, which is fine, but this is just my own opinion. Why does it take social media pressure to get to them, to have a response for some of the items where some of the customers may have a dispute? And I was looking at some of the comments on that post from Time Capsule Museum. There was this one Instagram post, or I think it's from Retro CHOOCH, however you pronounce that. And this dude was, or gal was talking about, from my understanding, it took more than 6 months, and I'm assuming this person is telling the truth, right? More than 6 months to get a payment, right? For a particular item. And eventually they agreed to some partial payments based on the comments that I've seen. But why are there complaints from many people? I'm seeing not one, not two, I'm seeing multiple complaints. And then it gets taken care of when there's enough social media outcry. And that's why I tell people, hey, it's okay to call out these companies that are mistreating their customers, because otherwise, people will be feeling salty and their issue will not be resolved. And the goal is, if you're using these services, you should be treated much better, in my opinion. And there's a lot of problems with consignment. I've heard issues people have with Probstein. The list goes PWCC, on and on and on. And here's the deal. Will I still consign with some of these companies? Well, yes, on eBay, I will do my due diligence, but I will be a bit picky on who I choose to do business with, right? And the second thing is, would I want to send my card to Goldin, even though I could probably get paid more? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that, to be completely honest. Based on what I've seen on, social media, based on these complaints where these issues are not being resolved ASAP, that is a bit concerning. I have at least one card that I could send to Goldin anytime and they would take it, but would I want to deal with them? Would I just deal with another consigner and not have to deal with these type of games? So I remember one time I was frustrated. I discussed this in my previous videos. I sent a card through Probstein, and I don't think they relisted it in a timely fashion. I think they waited one time 14 days, then they waited 7 days, and then they waited a few days to relist the item. I mean, it wasn't paid multiple times. That's not Probstein's fault, but it was just frustrating. And now I remind myself that, hey, I decided to go to that company and they are consigning the card on behalf of me, right? So you have to play with their rules. You can complain all you want, but that's their business. That's how they operate. Now, that being said, if they operate that way, would I want to do business with them? And some place like Goldin, especially when liquidity has dried up, would I want to deal with them? I mean, I probably wouldn't, based on what I'm seeing. Now, some people would be like, hey, look, I've done business with Goldin many times and haven't had issues. But I do want people to comment down below if you have done business with Goldin. Let me know how that has gone. Have you had a positive experience? Have you had a negative experience? Have you had a neutral experience? And have you had any situation where, suppose the person didn't pay for the auction, how long did it take for Goldin to relist the card? Because I remember during the Fleer 86 boom, the crazy boom in February and March of that year, Goldin didn't put all the Fleer 86 cards up for sale at once, okay? It was listed maybe one or two at most in an auction. So it was population control, in my opinion. And when liquidity dries up, guess what? The price of the card is going to tank. So, I personally don't like it, but he did disclose it. So it is what it is, guys. So Let me know what you think about this, and if you've had any experience dealing with Goldin, let me know down below. Anyways, guys, and also, if you do have a problem with these companies, right, especially with Goldin, etc., 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 post it on social media. That will get the attention. Maybe nothing will get resolved, but who knows? If you do that and no one's responding to you from those companies, guess what? You may get a response. So that's the beauty of social media, guys. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.